Okay guys, this is the next video in the TestTrack Web short video training sessions. And on this one we're going to pick up sort of where we left off before. In the last video we created an issue. This time we're going to actually assign that issue. So same procedure as before for logging in. Basically go to the website, uh, select the TestTrack Web option from the two options available. And eventually you'll be presented with the login screen. Use your EEC username and password. It's the same as your EEC email. And again, in this case, I'm going to be doing this in the customer services. That's where we created the issue before that we left unassigned, so that's where we're going to go back to. And again, I'm just working with issues right now, so I'm only looking at the issue tracking module functions. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to that. Okay, as you remember before, we added an issue and we didn't assign it. There's a couple ways to get to it. This again is your home screen with the quick widgets. I do recall it was a priority 1, so I could probably just go to priority 1 open issues and I could get there pretty quick. Or I could also go over here to my recent activity, and I recognize that I've got the edge color scale does not function properly here that we created before. I could simply click on this icon here, or hyperlink I guess is better definition of that, and that'll take me straight to the defect. Now of course you can get there as well by hitting the defect tracking and locating it in the list of issues, but in this case this got me there pretty quick. So you can see all the information is here that we entered before. The status is currently not assigned, and you can see our picture is here, and I can open up the picture and look at that, and all the information that we've entered so far is here. We can look at the workflow real quick just to see what's going on. Nothing's really happened yet. We've entered it, but we haven't assigned it, so that's what we want to do first. So we've got to kick off the workflow. So there's actually a diagram here that sort of shows the workflow in general, and right now you can see that we're still in the open state. These are the visited states. We're currently in the open state. There are a lot of possibilities for how of directions we can go here. In most cases we don't have to use the entire path for all the different scenarios, but there are a lot of options considered here. So anyway, one more option is that you can actually view this diagram in a timeline, meaning once I start down the workflow path, there'll actually be little icons that'll show up here, and I can click on those and it'll show me when that occurred, when that workflow item occurred in the process of sorting this out. So anyway, I'm just going to go back to the visited states and actually go back to the events here so we can see what happens when I enter the and assign this particular issue. So I'm going to go over here, select my workflow, select the assign icon. It's going to bring up an assign window, and I'm just going to just to make this simple and easy for me to keep up with, and so I can get rid of this dummy issue later, I'm just going to assign it to myself. Okay, and I'm just going to say this is a test here. You can add any notes you want to here. You don't have to put anything there, but there's a place there you can put something special if you wanted to. And then I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to say processing events, and you notice the assign event has now appeared in my workflow events log. And if you heard that, that was my phone letting me know that an email has also automatically been sent out to me to notify me that there was an assignment of an issue to me. And we can just take a quick look at the diagram if you want to here, and you can see now we have the assigned icon, or I should say progress marker, I suppose is a good word for it, that shows when this action actually occurred. So far we've only created an open issue, and now we've assigned that issue. I'll cover the additional workflow paths as we do more of these videos. So that's it. That's how to assign an open issue in TestTrack Web Client. Of course, you can always do the assign portion along with the entry part. You don't have to enter it, then exit it, and go back in to assign it. So you can basically just take the first video I did and the second video, combine those together, and perform all that in one step. Um, all right.